Cutting Edge Benefits podcast for the host, Tom Quigley of ClaimLinx. Tom, how are you? And we have some great topics to discuss today on our podcast.
I'm out of the great state of Florida, and I'm now on to the mountains of Maine and New Hampshire. But we have something called the state bird, the mosquito, and the black flies that are out right now. They swarm you. They get you.
But it's cooler, and you love being there. So that's fantastic. And our topic today is the silent employee satisfaction booster, better benefits. Tell me why. That's something I guess a lot of companies don't understand. The type of benefits they offer is going to make them very happy.
What I see routinely is companies, to keep up with the inflation under the way they buy it, they're raising their deductibles to $4,000 or $5,000. And what they don't realize is twofold: is one, they're asking their employees to pay. And second, they're asking their employees to pay more and more out of pocket if they have a surgery or an inpatient stay or anything, MRIs. And what if people hit a $5,000 deductible for every hour they work for the company? If they work a 40-hour work week, you multiply by 52 and divide 2,080 into 5,000. They're spending roughly $2.41 an hour just to pay for their health insurance plan deductible, not what they're paying for the premium on top of that. So these companies are claiming they have benefits and they're trying to retain and attract them. But quite frankly, their plans are awful.
Okay. Yeah, that means the employee's more likely to just decide, I'm just going to stay home, work part-time, not dedicate myself because of the power of rate and benefits.
But another one is there's people who are staying with companies because they think they need health insurance, so they're not retiring at 58, 59, or 60. They're waiting to 65 because they don't realize how the Affordable Care Act works. And if they did, they would retire right away, because the Affordable Care Act looks at what your income is based off your tax return, not what you have in assets and your 401ks and all these other vehicles. So a smart person would layer their investments using Roth IRA income, and maybe if they have life insurance policies, the loans in those, to finance the wedge between 59 and 65, well, a majority with that, because then they get their health insurance at no cost, and because they're showing virtually no income, they also qualify for zero deductible health plans.
And the ones that want to keep working, that's where you help the whole thing at ClaimLinx for an employer to say, okay, we want to keep these. Yeah.
What's your intent? And they always tell you to retain and attract employees, their benefits. And I'm like, what happens if Johnny can't work anymore because he's disabled? What happens? That dental plan doesn't make much sense then, does it? Why don't you have a disability plan in place for all your employees on top of it? There's so many things that are missing. The problem is greed and the distribution model that has been created by the insurance companies to the agents. They make more money the more you pay, and certain products pay more, so they push those products. It's unfortunate.
And you hear it from employees all the time when they have good benefits. That's one of the big feedbacks with ClaimLinx is you're hearing from the employee as well, Tom. Your company.
Employees are elated. They're paying less and they're getting more. They know their benefits now because most of them have a zero deductible and everything's a copay. So they can plan around surgeries and stuff because they know exactly how much they're paying. Where these other plans, you have deductibles and co-insurance and all these other buzzwords no one even understands.
And I think health benefits, if you rated that for an employee, is first on their list.
On the
extra salary.
On the spouses, female spouses and female employees, it is. Us males, where we don't go to the doctor. Why do we need this garbage?
That's going to change at one point. I think with the new make.
I do my skin check, my 2 cleanings of my teeth, my physical every year, my vision, I do it all. I might add that it helps when you have very pretty doctors and nurses. It encourages you to go more indoors.
I got it. So I guess it helps company morale too. That's the other part of it when I think about it, is when people know that they're getting treated better, they're going to be more happy, more satisfied, and they stay longer.
Absolutely, yeah. The whole objection of benefits when they put it in the 40s was to offset, make it one company has an advantage over the other, and it wasn't just wages. Work environment is key, but the benefits are key. If you know your loved ones are taken care of, you're going to stay at a company versus going to a company where they're asking you to pay $6 an hour for your health costs for your family. It makes no sense. And the sad part about it is every company could implement it to improve benefits instantly. Doesn't take long.
It's because of the relationship, isn't it? The relationship they already have with their
perceived relationship with their current, they call them brokers or agents, that they see once or twice a year, and they are attached to these people. And say I was your agent, you call me and I go, Neo, call this 800 number. That's all they do. And then you get to talk to somebody from Taiwan or India or the Philippines, and they don't even know English, and you wait on hold for a half hour to 45 minutes, and that's good customer service.
But so that's where ClaimLinx comes in, right? With better conversation.
Have a voice. We're advocates is what we are. We're showing them, oh, hey, you're on this medication. Here, there's a program that will pay for not only your medication, but it covers your whole deductible, so you have 100% health plan. You're in the hospital. Oh, there's a patient assistant program that will pick up all your out-of-pocket, so you don't pay anything. These date back way back, and my son was born 2 pounds 3 ounces, and literally all his bills were paid back in '96. Now
because you understood the law.
Understood the game. The game is if you owe $1,000, if I owe you $1,000, I say, Neil, what would you accept as payment in full? And you said 800. I just said $200. People do that with cars all the time. I'm not going to give you 38,000. Great, we'll do it for 37,100. No, that's too high. All of a sudden, you get that. You walk out with a car for 35,900. You could do the same with the medical. People don't get it.
Exactly, and that's the big thing for sure, Tom. When I think about specifically what you do, it's just unlike anything else, and it's just math, as you've been talked about for so much time. I think if you're sitting here right now having difficulty retaining employees, one of the biggest hairy problems for businesses now is keeping staff. The way to help that process is contact ClaimLinx, right?
If they're having a problem because of people complaining they don't have benefits or the benefits aren't good, absolutely they should. And if they're a company, they have to equate what they pay for benefits as a liability. And if you can shift a good chunk of that liability over to the asset column, you're increasing the value of your company while you're helping the employees.
All right. Best place to go is very simply ClaimLinx.com. You can schedule a call with Tom or his team. And we appreciate it, Tom, again, for a great podcast.
Thank you.
All right. That was a special simulcast Neil Haley Show and the Cutting Edge Benefits podcast, guys. Take care.